All right, everybody, welcome back to the number one television program in the history of the universe. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, The Blackest Heart, and The Lonesome Crown. All three books published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today I'm going to be reviewing To the Far Blue Mountains by Louis L'Amour. This is book number 6. No, it's not even close to book number 6. It's book number 2 in his Sackett saga of westerns. And okay, so the Sacketts, I got all the Sackett. I got the entire series of Sackett books right here. They're pretty cool. I like it that the spines all match. Not only that, but they have the same cover artist for each volume and the same book design. So it's a really cool set of books to have. The Sacketts are a family that started out in England in the 1600s, and they migrate to the United States, and we get to follow their adventures as they move through the eastern United States into the western United States, and then they just become straight western novels. But book number 2, we are still in England. Actually, our main character, let's talk about the cover first. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So this book takes place in it came out in 1976. So Louis L'Amour's dead. He's been writing books for a long time. Anyway, oh my goodness, this cover. You can tell it's not a Western because we've got this Robin Hood figure up here on the rock, this bow and arrow. All the covers were done by the same artist, Gregory Manches. He does a lot of great cover arts. Anyway, this is Barnabas Sackett. Now, Barnabas Sackett in book number 1 fled England to find his destiny in the New World, the United States. Now in book number 2, he's coming back and forth from the New World to England, back and forth, as sort of a smuggler, sort of a trader, sort of a he helps. He's actually kind of this guy that sort of helps smugglers do their smuggling back and forth between America and the New World and England. But anyway, he has when we first meet him, he's this dark cloaked figure in the English forest with a sword. He runs across a guy named Black Tom Watkins, who tells him, hey, the Queen Elizabeth knows who you are. She knows what you've been up to. There's a warrant for your arrest. Things are not, you need to get out of England. You need to just go to, stay in, and then Black Tom Watkins is, and since you are going to be going back to America, why don't you take me with you? And so this is kind of the adventure they go on as they journey from the Fens the Fens of England. Well, now the Fens are these waterways, very difficult to navigate. I mean, if you don't know your way around these waterways, you're going to get lost, and death comes easy to those people in the waterways. But he knows these waterways because he grew up in them, and so he kind of escapes through the waterways. There's a little bit of a history. One of the things I like about Louis L'Amour novels is not only is the prose just excellent and the stories are pretty cool, and we've got heroic characters, but we also get a lot of descriptions of historical things, and usually it's Western. I've got all the Louis L'Amour Westerns over here. We'll just pan through the library here. That's my Louis L'Amour Western collection, probably 100 or so or more novels. But even when he's setting his books in England or anywhere he sets his books, he gives us very good historical references to real historical things and places, and is very accurate. And I loved when he was describing these Fens and how dangerous they could be, and how the people that live there love the Fens. They love living there. They love making their living off of the Fens with just the fishing, what little agriculture they can do, and things like that. But there's a faction of people that want to turn the Fens into permanent farmland. They want to drain the Fens of all the water, turn it into very fertile farmland, which actually eventually happens. But so he's kind of, our Barnabas Sackett's kind of fighting that cause. He does not want that to happen. Now he kind of takes up with this girl named Lila, and they him, Lila, and Black Tom Watkins, they know they're on the run, so they get out of the Fens and they head towards the Welch country. They want to flee over there so they can catch a ship to go back to America. And so then they go through all these adventures. And it's pretty cool because I wasn't expecting the richness of the Welsh countryside that Louis L'Amour presented us with here. With as they're fleeing through Wales, lands of pagan witchcraft and druids, and they're dodging all of this cool stuff, and Louis L'Amour was doing just a great job of describing this historical setting almost as if it's a medieval fantasy land. And the deeper into the Welsh country they get, the deeper into the history and the myth of the Welsh people and the way things are working out. And it's just a great, fun adventure. And do they make it back to America? Well, yeah, they do because a spoiler alert, kind of, because then we've got the Sacketts. You know, Barnabas Sackett's the first Sackett, and we've got Sackett books that last. I don't know how many Sackett books there are. I think there's like 17 of them. But anyway, I really enjoyed this book quite a bit. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10.